Welcome to Jets Talk. My name's Ryan. I'll be your pilot. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. If you've been here before, welcome back. I love having you here. Boys and girls, we're talking a little Robert Saleh press conference breakdown. Want to talk a little bit about the comments that were made today, some of the questions that were asked, all my thoughts about that. But the biggest part of today's press conference was definitely the Jets are not planning to hold mandatory minicamp next week, which means the Jets will have some time off until they start training camp at like the end of July. The Jets report a week earlier than every other team because they are playing in the Hall of Fame game. So the players are going to get a little more rest than they otherwise would have had because they would have been practicing now. And the way Robert Saleh kind of put it was that if you're working for a bit and then you have time off and then you have the holiday and then you're working again, you're kind of having all these segmented practices and you're not really getting in a full flow. So I actually don't mind them missing mini camp, even though you want to have as much chemistry as possible, Rodgers and all this other stuff. Give the guys their mental side of things. Let them kind of like enjoy time with their family, but they've been working since April. You can't help but wonder, does this Aaron Rodgers effect of having that mental awareness of like the inner workings of the players and not overdoing it in terms of drills and practices and stuff, is it rubbing off on the Jets? I know Robert Saleh has done similar stuff like this in the past. It's kind of nice to see. So I think the players will enjoy that, and then they'll hit the ground running, ready for the season. So we start things off with Aaron Rodgers, and Robert Saleh is asked about the Super Bowl comments from this clip of Aaron Rodgers at the Taylor Swift concert. Robert Saleh, what do you think about Aaron Rodgers talking about the Super Bowl?
Everyone talks about it. Everyone, you have long-term goals. I think he's the type that has the discipline to bring it back to the moment, though. The reality is, we all want to win a world championship. You guys all want to be the best in your craft. And so we have long-term goals, but what are you doing in the interim? What are you doing today to prepare you or to get you moving into that towards your long-term goals? So he's one of those guys that has that discipline. He understands that, yes, this is what I want, but this is what I need to do today. And if you have that and you can keep that in perspective, I think you're fine being able to drift off every once in a while.
Not concerned about the Super Bowl talk. Everyone talks about Super Bowl talk. Everyone this time of year, all 1 through 32 teams are talking about this. And the reporters, you guys are going to be talking about being the best at your craft. Not a concern at all. Rodgers has the discipline to bring it back in and do what he's got to do to practice. He also mentions that Rodgers will be participating in 7-on-7 drills as well as the 2-minute drill. He will not be participating in the 11-on-11 drills just yet. And he actually started practicing this past Friday. So we're seeing all those awesome dimes on the internet that the Jets are posting via their Twitter. I need a cold shower after watching these clips. I don't care. Just give me every single video clip you could possibly get of Aaron Rodgers throwing the ball to Garrett Wilson or CJ Uzomah or anyone in a green and white jersey. I don't care. It doesn't matter. I'm so excited for this season. So Aaron Rodgers looks like he's on track, and no concerns about the Super Bowl talk from our star quarterback. Robert Saleh was also asked about Quinn Williams, and do you think a deal could get done prior to training camp?
Yeah, I speak for everyone. I probably speak for Quinn in that we all want it to get done sooner rather than later. But I'll let the business guys handle all that stuff. But it's going to get done. He'll be here for camp. He'll be ready to roll, and once he is, I'm sure he'll be the same guy he was a year ago.
Complete and utter confidence in Joe Douglas and the businessmen on that side of the field. Robert Saleh has no concerns that Quinn Williams is going to get signed. Says he's going to be here in training camp or for the start of training camp. I think that's definitely what's going to wind up happening. Deadlines make things happen, and I think right on the eve of training camp is when you're going to see this whole thing get done, or maybe like a day or two into the holdout. Funny thing, since the Jets are not doing mandatory minicamps, technically Quinn Williams is not missing anything, thus his holdout has not actually begun because everything up to this point has been voluntary. So Quinn has not missed anything of note. So not too bad. I'm good with this. The final thing that I want to talk about were some comments made about Duane Brown possibly going to the right-hand side. Maybe the Jets are going to play the best 5 offensive linemen, but are you really going to move Duane Brown over to a position that he hasn't played in a really long time? This is what Coach had to say.
That's something that we'll look at. He obviously is very comfortable at that left tackle spot. There's guys who can play right and left, and just trying to sort it out. We'll get to all that as we go, but I have a feeling Duane will be a hard out anyway. So he's He looks good. He's doing a really nice job, but everything will be taken into consideration once we start to settle in on which 5 are going to be the 5 that we roll into the season with.
What do you mean by hard out?
A hard out as in he's going to be hard to push out the door.
Those comments to me were definitely the most interesting of this entire press conference, because that told me, I'm reading between the lines here, and I think everyone else is too. Mekhi Becton saying he wants to be left tackle. 1 week into camp, he'll be earning the left tackle spot back. He was the left tackle the last time he was healthy, in a game with us at least. Robert Saleh pretty much said in a clear message here he thinks Duane Brown's going to be a hard out. Maybe that's to light a fire under Quinn Williams' ass, try to get him up to the level they think he can play at. Or maybe it's just a nod towards like, hey, dude, Duane Brown's going to be playing left tackle. Get your ass ready for right-hand side. You played right tackle in like the recent past. We're going to play the best 5 offensive linemen. Sack up. We're getting a team atmosphere, not this I am a left tackle atmosphere. I think that's kind of rubbing coaches the wrong way. I know it's rubbing me a little bit of the wrong way. Hopefully Quinnen takes this as a, hey, okay, let's reset. Let's do the best I can do to be the best me in this system, because that's what I want to see. So best 5 offensive lineman play. I'm a big fan of that. Duane Brown, hard out at left tackle. Yeah, I'm reading that loud and clear, and I think that does set the stage for Becton to be right tackle going into the season. Guys, let me know what you felt of this press conference overall. Did you think what Aaron Rodgers said, the Super Bowl stuff, does that make sense? Are you fine with all that? Are you good with the Jets not holding minicamp? Quinn Williams' contract, we think it's going to get done. And what do you think about Duane Brown possibly, maybe, probably not playing right tackle? Let me know in the comment section down below. And as always, go Jets.